Hi everyone. This is tip number 2 around the Company Directors Disqualification Act, the theme that we've been doing a couple of videos around. So tip number 2 would be around feeling pressured to giving a quick response. As a director of the company, you can feel pressured to meet deadlines set out in the Directors Disqualification letters from the Liquidator or the Insolvency Service. The Insolvency Service is quick to impose deadlines in the hope of obtaining a response within a certain number of weeks, normally a couple of weeks, or they write 14 days, which is the same thing. This makes their job easier from an admin point of view and also more convenient as it helps them in their disqualification targets. So don't fall into that trap. There's no legal requirement for you to respond by the deadline that they set out in their letters. Of course, you can't just leave it for weeks and weeks, but you can respond to them and ask for more time and say that you will need to review other information from the books and records of the company before you can fully respond to their queries, or that you just need more time to think about your answers, as it's been some time since the company went into liquidation and some of the questions will relate to a period well before the liquidator's action was commenced. So remember that any response you give can often, when any response you give is often exhibited in the disqualification affidavit by the Secretary of State. So it's really important to get it right. Your response has to be carefully thought out. Even if you decide not to take professional advice, you need to think about what you say. As a director, you're allowed to have sufficient time to respond, so don't feel pressured in responding when you're not entirely sure about the answers that you want to give. If you rush in to respond, then it will be used against you in any future correspondence and can damage the prospects of defeating the claim. My next tip on the same theme with the videos is not to communicate with the liquidator or the Insolvency Service at all.